Okay, here we go. So we're going to use a tea towel and a chair, our kitchen chair, and we're going to get warmed up, okay? So as we're getting warmed up today, just take your tea towel, hold it like this. You're going to transfer it from this hand to this hand. And you see what I'm doing? I'm doing a high squat, basically, okay? So I'm going to run right through these. This is the Runner's Daily Dozen. So if you have to leave early or whatever, hopefully you'll start burning these things into your brain and it will help you get warmed up. Here we go. Here's my tea towel. I'm going to step wide and just come like this, like I'm guarding somebody. So whenever I do that, see, I want to start doing a high hip hinge. Then I transfer the little tea towel and I go into the high hip hinge. I'll do a couple of these. So as I'm doing this, transferring the tea towel, it could be a ball. Hi, AJ. We're recording. So we're doing the Walkers or the Runner's Daily Dozen. You're deciding on if you want to go fast or slow. But I'm doing a high hip hinge as I transfer a simple little tea towel. So as I transfer and I go step, step, and I do a high hip hinge, I start warming up my back. I start getting my chin to tuck. I'm getting my feet warmed up because I'm doing step, step. When I pull my hands back, like I'm guarding somebody, my elbows are soft, almost bent. See that? And then I'll do a couple of these. Then I'll just step wide and I'll take my tea towel hand and put it right here. Oh, there's my doorbell. And I'm stepping back. It can be a little or it can be a lot. But I'm just going to dip my knee. See, I'm going to dip my knee down as far as I feel I can. But here's what I'm not going to do. I am not going to lean. Okay, so I pretend I'm right with you right now. We're warming up, y'all. Hi there. My back foot is straight. The toe's not turned out, number one. Number two, pretend I'm right there punching you right here as I dip my knee. So we're warming up. So we don't have to go really far down, but I do want you to step a little wider than you're normally used to. Because see, in this rotation, which we've done many times, I'm starting to warm up not only my back, not only my quadriceps, not only my hips, I'm warming up my feet. See how I'm stepping back and forth? So this is the Runners or the Walkers Daily Dozen. See this? Yeah, my foot is straight. We're just warming up, and this is going to be on a recording, okay? And I may do 3 to 6 of these, each move, okay? So pretend I'm right with you as you're stepping wide and you're dipping your knee. Pretend I'm punching you right here, okay? Hi to everybody coming on. We're doing the Walker or the Runner's Daily Dozen. Now I'm going to take, see, I keep transferring my tea towel from one hand to the other. Hi, everybody coming on. We're recording this, so you're going to have this whole warm-up. So I'm going to take one hand, put it up with my tea towel. See that? Okay. The hand that's up, this foot stays on the ground. This goes up to your toe box. So it's kind of like a hip hike. See how I'm hiking my hip. See that? And I bring it down and I reach and I hike the opposite hip. So my heel is off the ground, but my tummy is tight. My shoulders are down. And I do 1 or 2, then I switch and I reach up with this hand right here. And I'm going to hike this hip. See that? Just bring your heel up. Your toe box is on the ground. I hope you're seeing this. This is a very, very important move for your lower back. So I'm going to switch. I'm going to do it 2 more times on either side. So the hand that goes up here, see, is opposite the hip that you want to hike. So see how I just brought my heel off the ground and then I brought it down. Then I raise this hand and I hike this hip. So you bring your heel up and come down. Now you switch, okay? So here goes the hand right here. I'm going to hike up this hip right here. So I lift my heel. Drop your shoulders. Some of you have raised your shoulders. Tight tummy. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Bring it back down, do it one more time. Lift, hike the hip, okay? And you do this a couple of times, and it really helps loosen up your lower back, okay? Now I'm going to act like I'm going to run. See this hand? You know how you have to run like this? You remember that? See, if we were running, we would go like this, right? So my feet are on the ground, all right? So I'm going to act like I'm going to run, and then my heel just, at the very last moment, my heel comes up, okay? So I'm acting like I'm running, and then I'm going to come back. I'm going to switch my tea towel hand. Hi, everybody coming on. We're doing a warm-up. It's on recording. This is the Runners or the Walkers Daily Does, and I'm modifying a few moves. So act like you're going to run. See that? And at the very last minute, if you were running, you would do what with your back foot? You would bring your heel off the ground. Then you come back, switch to the tea towel hand. See, all I did was double my tea towel, okay? And I'm going to act like I'm run. And you see how my heel came up? But here's what I'm not doing, y'all. I'm not leaning way out over my toe. I'm in line with my front knee, pretty much. Then come back, switch, running man, running man, running man, running man. Keep your chin tucked. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. See, it's just a step out, and then you raise the heel in the back. Okay, that little move, especially for people with feet problems, is a very important little move, okay? Then you take your little tea towel and you act like it's a ball, okay? And I'm going to go across here, and I'm going to do just a little bit of a lunge. Then I'm going to bring that ball right here to center, and I'm going to step this way. And I'm going to cross chop right here. See, it's just a tea towel balled up, okay? So I'm going to take this leg out and just bring that ball over to the side and then come back. So this little warm-up that I'm putting you through right now is actually designed to really get you warmed up all over, but especially your feet, okay? So see, whenever I did that turn and I did that chop, okay? When I did the chop right here, you notice I did not do a huge twist. It was a very little twist, okay? And if you know that you have a delicate back, if you know that you have delicate hips, or you have osteoporosis, you don't want big twisting turns, but you do want to turn your trunk, okay? So you just turn and come down a little, okay? So I've done several of these now with different moves, okie dokie. One last one, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. I didn't need to tell you that, right? You were already doing it, right? I see all your little beady eyes, your little sluggy eyes telling me not the truth. Okay, here we go. Full body load. We're going to do it from the chair. So this is going to be on recording. This is the Runners or the Walkers Daily Dozen. So instead of getting down on the ground, which many times you can't get down on the ground if you're on location or if you're somewhere, you can still warm up your whole spine, all your shoulders, by going through this little move. So this next one is I'm going to put my hands on my chair seat. See that? Hands on the chair seat. Go into my toe, lift my heels, then press back. Stand back up. Okay? So here's the deal. When you go into your chair seat like this, you want to bring your elbows into a bent position. Keep your chin tucked. See how my heels are up? And then I press my heels down, and I press my heels up, and then down. So whenever I press up, I'm pressing into the toe box. Okay, this is a phenomenal move. If you have to run out of the house and you've had bad knees, this is going to help turn these on without putting too much pressure on them. So pay attention to this one. Hands, elbows bent, drop your shoulders, lift your heels off the ground with your knees bent. Okay? And then you press into the heel. Then you go right into a bent knee, toe press, and then back. Now what you should feel is the muscles right above the knee should start to just get your attention. And then come back, and again, take a breath. See how I'm pressing into the toes, but I'm not hurting my knee whatsoever because this is calling on my quads to wake up, okay? Then I'm going to step back, and I'm going to actually keep my knees bent if I have back issues and I don't want to put too much pressure on my back. I'm going to go to my elbows, and I'm going to keep my knees bent. Then I'm going to step out. So once I'm down there, then I let my hips drop. So this is that very important hyperextension of the spine, but you're directing it. Then I'm going to push back out of it, bring my knees in. I'm going to step back into a full body load now, if I can. If you're not ready for that, then of course you keep your knees soft. If you can go all the way back, great, do that, okay? And you're hanging on here, you're hanging on here, you're hanging on here. Take a breath, take a breath, take a breath. And then you're going to bring one foot up, one foot back, and then you're going to exchange it. So see, we're not holding on to this stretch. We're bringing it up, and we're bringing it back. I have the heel of my hand on the little pad on the chair. My tummy is super tight. I'm breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. So as you take your foot back, you want to try not to lean back with your shoulders. You want to keep your shoulders over your wrists. Okay, now I'm going to go to an advanced move on this. So there's many of you out there that should not do anything but what I'm doing right here. So I hope you're hearing me on that. But let's say you don't have that, you really know, how to move in this position and all that. And let's say you're going to really get on the bike here in just a minute. Or let's say you're going to go for a really fast walk or even a little jog. Okay, so this move, so I'm going to tighten in my tummy. And so I'm telling you that many of you can benefit from just doing what I'm doing right now. You don't go any higher, okay? But let's say I'm going to get out and do a hard walk. Then I'm going to step this up. And instead of just stepping in like this, I'm going to actually press in and do a tiny little exchange at a much quicker pacing. I don't lock my knees. I keep my shoulders stationary pretty much over my wrists. I'm just pressing in and out at a little quicker pace. See that? And I'm telling you, you will get warmed up very quickly. Okay, so after you've done that, let's say 6 to 10 times, then you're ready to do a gentle, and you can lay on the floor if you want to do this, but we're going to use a chair, and I'm going to just position myself so I'm on one cheek and I'm crossing over. See that? Just like that, and I'm going to open this arm back. So as I'm sitting here, I act like I'm going to cross my leg. Then I go ahead and lean on that hip, put my toe down, open this hand back. Whoa! Do it gently, carefully, but try to do it, okay? So that's a full transverse move. And we're supported because we're either on the floor or we're in a chair. So I'm going to cross my other leg. See that? Then I'm going to lean, put my toe down, bring this hand back, and be leaning with my other leg across. And it's just a full, but you don't have to do repeated ones of these. You just hang out there for a second, okay? So now I'm ready to come up and finish my runner's or walker's daily dozen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep my legs straight, and I'm going to bend them at the knee as I go down, because this arm's going to go up and this arm is going to follow my leg like that. And where you should really feel this is your groin right here. Okay? So you're right down there on the same side, hand up. One leg's very straight, one leg's a little bent. Then I go bent. I come up, bent knee. This leg is going to stay straight. Okay? This hand's going up. I'm going to swing my hips, bend my other knee. I'm going to follow my leg all the way down as far as I can, and my hips push back. And I'm going to feel this in my groin. Take a big deep breath. Big deep breath. Big deep breath. Go center and then come up. So here's what you don't want to do. When you're doing a move like this where you're coming down to touch, whether it's crossing over or whether it's this way, see one leg is straight, you keep your knees bent. This is the trainer's tip. Listen closely. Keep the knees bent as you go down. Once you slide your hand down, now you can straighten the leg. Okay? And you push your butt back. And here's where you're going to feel the stretch, right here in the groin. Then before you come back up, you bend your knees, you go central or neutral position, and you come up. That's how you do that safely. So once you've done all that kind of stuff, you are ready to load really well. All right? Now I'm going to do one last move that involves the back part of the shoulder and your back. Okay? And it's just a reverse of some of the things we did. I'm going to put the heels of my hands on the pad on the chair. See that? And I'm going to swing my butt up. See that? And then I just bring a leg up and I bring a leg up. Now, when you bring your leg up, do not sink out of your shoulders. You want to keep your shoulders down and you want to stay high with your hip. Okay, this is going to really address and turn those hamstrings on, because see, you're shifting. Keep your hip up. Keep your hip up. Don't let it sink. Bring the knee up. Keep your hips up. Bring the knee up. Keep your hips up. Bring the knee up. Hip up. Bring the knee up. Your elbows should be slightly bent. Chin is tucked. Hips up. Hips up. Hips up. Hips up. And come back and have a little sit. Okay? Now, pull those hands back. So you put your first big hit on your wrists, okay? Just like that. Yeah, so you want to be gentle with these wrists, all right? So go around and around and around. If you went through that whole warm-up with me, you should be starting to sweat a little bit, feeling warm. But not only that, because of all the various moves, we got your brain going, okay? Which, I mean, God knows I can use the brain going. Okay, now we're ready to do some carries first, and then we're going to go to our free weights. So I am going to pick up a pretty heavy bag here, okay? So this is my bag. And what do I have in here? Well, I have a couple of cans of food that are 2 to 3 pounds each. Then I have a couple of 5-pound weights in here. And then I have some bags of food, 4-pound bags of beans. And this is an 8-pound ball. So I've got pretty close to 30, 40 pounds in here. See, that's my bag. It's a very heavy, sturdy bag, okay? A paper bag won't take it. Now, you could probably double up some plastic bags. So here I go. Take a big deep breath. So I like one that I can use the handles open or closed with. So what I'm going to do is the little technique that I just taught you, when you go down to pick something up, or when you go down and you're going to touch your toes, let's say tie your shoelaces, bend your knees, push your butt back, then go down. So here's my load. So I'm just going to pull it like that. I'm going to keep my hands down there, and I'm going to make my lower, mid, and upper back do this very abbreviated pull. See, I'm not going fully down yet, okay? So my knees are soft. I'm going to weight shift into my heels, and then I pull up carefully with my knees very bent. Then I go back down. The minute that you bend your knee, your butt better be going back, okay? Keep your chin tucked, and then I'm just using the full height of the bag, because see, I don't want to go deep right now. I just want to go a little right here. I'm going to keep my chin tucked, and I'm definitely into my heels right now. So this move right here is at the very heart of retraining how you move, especially when you pick up loads, okay? So many times people in this very move have pulled their back or pulled a knee or pulled a shoulder or whatever because they thought they'd do it real quick. Number one, go wide. Number two, bend those knees. And when you bend the knees, where should your butt be going? You should be shining your taillights. Yes. Keep your chin tucked. And here we go. Now squeeze your butt right there. Drop your shoulders. Then go back down. Okay? Heels. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Drop your shoulders. Here we go. Put it down. Go down just a little more. Okay, into the heels. Here we go. Push into the heels. Come up. Pull the shoulders down. Down, down, down. Keep your chin tucked. Woo! In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Drop your shoulders. Okay. This move, y'all, done with a 30. It could be 20. It could be 10. 10, 20, mine is almost 40 pounds, okay? Because I'm trying to use like real life kind of task, challenges. So here we go. Heels, drop my chin, shine my taillights, pull. So when you do all those parameter things, when I say pull, whoa, is this working? And it requires a load. So I'm encouraging you But if you can at all, this move is very conducive to back strength and back health, okay? But you got to do it with the right steps. See how I'm coming down a little lower? See, I'm dropping my butt just a little more. Here's the thing. Some of you are dropping a little lower, but you're not dropping your butt. You know what you're doing? You're dropping your head. You're doing this, and that is not what I'm doing. So you drop your butt, and then you come up, okay? So practice with me. Here we go. Last one. Put your butt down just a little more, not your head, your butt. It should feel it right here. Now, dig in with the heels. Come up, drop your shoulders. Woo! Now, using the very same load. Okay, I'm going to change the focus just a little. I'm going to put both hands on my holder. Okay, my handles of my bag, and my fists, my palms are up. I'm doing the same shifting into the heels and pull, squeeze your butt, then come back down. Don't drop your head, drop your butt. Now, dig into the heels, now pull and bring it right under the chin. And then come back down and come back down. Okay, shift into the heels, drop the butt a little more. Here we go, push, pull. Big breath, and come down and come down. Okay, heels, drop your butt just a few more inches. Now, start digging into the heels, pull, and then pull right up under your chin. Now, hold on. Act like you're gonna go down, but don't go down. Here we go. Right to here, now pull. Bring it back down. Here we go, pull. Breath, down, breath, down, pull. Breath, down, pull. Just two more. Here we go. Keep your chin tucked. Heels, push your butt back, and then bring that carry right over here and put it away. Check out your hands. Listen. We're going to walk with this in just a minute in a walking carry. But right now, I used it for really strength work through our whole frame and especially into our upper body, okay? Both hands and pulling. See that? Now I'm going to go and I'm going to grab a light weight. So for me, on my weights that I have here, I normally use 6s, but I'm going to pull up a 5-pound weight. So this is my 5-pounders, okay? Big breath. Now I'm going to step wide, come back. Step wide, come back. Okay, this move, we've got our shoes on today, okay? But when I go like this, I start the mechanics of walking better, okay? So when I step out, my knees are soft, the front knee is very bent, but the back knee is bent too. And I'm pushing off my toe. See that? So whenever I pull this front leg back, don't come up. Go back into your heel press. Okay, try that with the other side. Okay? Just step like you're going to walk. Bend the back knee a little bit, the front knee a little bit, and you could go ahead and walk, right? But instead, we're going to tighten in our tummy. I have a 5 and a 5, lightweight. Drop your shoulders. Some of you are leaning out over your toe. Now, you're going to push back. Okay, if I were with you right now, I would put one hand on your shoulder and one hand right here. And as you go back, I would not let you jump up, okay? So that's a bad habit that we get into. Now you know the move. Now I'm going to do the same move, and I'm going to take my front arm right here, And I'm going to bring it right here. Then I'm going to give it a little punch and then come back and bring it down. See that? So my back leg is pretty straight, actually. I'm bending a lot at my ankle. This leg in the front is a little bent. And you see how I have my weight resting right here? Now this one, I'm just managing it right here. See? Drop your shoulders, tighten your tummy, breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, tighten your tummy, and here you come, right here, no higher. Then you bring it right here and you push out. You bring it right here and you push out. And you keep your shoulders down, both shoulders. Don't drop your elbow if you can help it. Now, some of you have shoulder issues. If this bothers your shoulder, you come down with it. See that? So I'm trying to get you to do is to gently use your shoulder in the correct way so that you do not get what's called frozen shoulder, okay? You don't want to push any joint if it's hurting you, okay? You drop it. But if you can bring it up here, great. This is a lightweight for me. You need to make it a lightweight for you. And right now, your back leg should be talking to you pretty loudly. If you have your whole foot down with your knees slightly bent. One more. Okay, bring it down. Okay, bring that leg back. Okay, you ready? Drop your shoulders, breathe in through the nose. Diaphragm comes out and then out through the mouth, okay? Now I'm going to step forward. This knee is bent. The back knee is pretty straight. If you bend, you're going to bend from the ankle a little bit more. And if you start getting out of balance, maybe you're in too straight of a line. Maybe you need to widen your base. See that? I just stepped out a bit. Makes it easier for you to hang on to this move. Okay. Of course, if you want to challenge yourself, yeah, step over so that you're almost like on a straight line. So this one right here, I'm just keeping my shoulders down, shoulders level. Then I'm going to bring the other arm up, and I'm just going to like throw a little tiny punch. Not hard. You're pressing. I shouldn't say punch. I should say you're pressing. Boom. Take a breath. Out there. Take a breath. Keep your elbow and your wrist and your shoulder in the same plane, if possible. Some of us have shoulder issues on one or the other shoulder. And if that's you, all you need to do, you do the very same move, it's just you drop it. See, you drop it down. And that will still get you using your shoulder and the shoulder girdle and the deltoid, but it won't be quite as intense. Breath. Back, breath. Just two more. Hang on. Breath, and bring it down. Then you bring that leg back, but don't go up with it, okay? Now, since we've got light weights in our hands, and we know this was our first move that we did this morning for a warm-up. If you remember, we stepped out. Yeah, we flare our feet just a tiny bit, not much. Act like you're guarding somebody in basketball, okay? I got some basketball players out there, I think. Maybe I have some cheerleaders. I think Nancy probably was a cheerleader. Here we go. See that? See that? I have my weights here, but my palm is not up and my palm is not down. What is my palm? It's turned out at a 45-degree angle. See that? Then when I come up, I just tap the front of those shoulders, but I'm in a very big stability stance, okay? So rib cage up. My hands are turned out. They're coming in, tapping the quad. Pull your rib cage up, shoulders down, keep your chin tucked, and then stay in your ground with your feet. So I'm going to come here and come back down. Then I'm going to do one and then the other. And do you see what I'm doing with my stature, my feet? So I'm not doing them both. I'm doing one at a time. Don't grip too hard. This should be lightweight. But I'm pulsing back and forth. I'm staying really super tight. Your knees have to be bent to do this. You're in kind of a high semi-hinge motion. Keep your chin tucked, shoulders down, rib cage up, and you're just pushing into the feet back and forth. Okay? So I'm doing this 45-degree tap and tap. Shouldn't be heavy, okay? Because we're using some little guys, little structures in the shoulder. So you don't want this one to be heavy, okay? Breath, breath, breath. Couple more. Back and forth, tight tummy. Drop. Yeah. Drop your shoulders. Rib cage up. In through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth. See, the neat thing about nose breathing, if you're nose breathing, you can't be talking. Okay, step back, step up. Okay, I still have 2 light weights right here, okay? I'm going to step back as if I'm guarding somebody here, and then I'm going to step up. See that? Now I'm going to take my hands and just go out with them, come in, and then go out. See that move? So I have to do a lot of weight shifting, and I have to think about my hip and my knee, and I lift my heel so I don't hurt my knee structures. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Now you can make this move, you know, when I do this with my athletes, I have to purposely make them not pick up too much weight because I think everything has to be super hard. That's when they hurt themselves. This is a great move for all kinds of upper body, shoulder strength work. You can have your palms down, okay? You can have it thumbs up. See how I'm swinging from front to back? And I come in here like I'm guarding somebody, okay? Take a breath. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. 3 more. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Push. Last one. Woo! And bring it down. Okay. Now we're ready to go to the other side. These should be light weights. If it's too much, then lighten up more or do the whole thing with no weight. If you want a little more weight, great. God bless you. Go get it. But if you get more weight, make sure you know how you're pivoting, how you're working, okay? So you don't hurt a knee or a shoulder. So I step back out like I'm guarding someone. Don't lean over excessively on this. Okay, get ready? I'm going to come up here, and I have to pivot in order to do the whole move. See, I have to pivot. Now I'm going to come back, and I'm going to guard. See, the hands are down. So this was the very first move we did in our warm-up. Boom, and back. Now I'm thumb up. I'm thumb up. I could be palm up. I could be palm down. Okay? I suggest you do 5 with your palms down, pushing. 5 with your palms up, pushing, like this. And then I'm just doing a couple here. And then thumb up, all right? Push. So you got lots of positions that this is a very facilitating move to do a lot of joint issues through the hip, the knee, the feet, the toes, the heels, your shoulder, front, middle, back. But you got to think, which position do I need to do now? Do I need to put my thumb up? Do I need to put my palms down as I'm doing this little pivot move? Or thumb straight up and back. Yay. Bring those down just like that. Okay. So now we're going to do a little practice with a light weight. So I have a light weight for me. It could be 6. Some of you have the channel locking weights, and the lightweight is a 3 or a 6. So you pick one of those. We're going to be going up. I'm just telling you. You know how we did a bag carry just at the very beginning of our weight training session today? Well, we're going to be doing this move, okay, with weights now. So you get to choose the weights is the point. All right. So I'm going to turn sideways so you see what I'm doing. So I'm going to take these. I'm going to go right down right here. See how my hips are going? I'm shining my tail lights. I'm going down and I'm just laying those weights right in front of my feet. And now as I come up, I'm going to push into the heels and come up. Okay? So I'm letting you have a break with your hands. Okay? In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Keep doing that. When you go for walks, hopefully this week, do that. Try to do that probably most of the walk. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Now, if you're walking with somebody, I have walkers that really like to talk and walk. Well, it's going to be hard. I understand. I won't say names. Nancy and Marilyn come to mind, but I won't say names. Okay. Marilyn's not here this morning, so I can talk about her. Bless her heart. Okay, heels. And I just grabbed them, and I came up, and I'm squeezing my butt right now. Yeah, see that? Then what I'm going to do is soften my knees, and I'm just going to bring these up as I drop my shoulders and then come back down. Why am I taking so much time doing this? Because this move is a very simple move, and it's a move that you do every day as you're working around your house, as you're working at your workplace. It's slaughtered, and it's what hurts people a lot. So I'm going over the mechanics. Here we go. Hip hinge, heels, drop your shoulders, keep your chin tucked, put those weights right in front of your feet. Now push into the heels and come up. That's going to make you stronger, not hurt you. But if you go rounding your back, or if you go jerking, or whatever, you're going to hurt yourself, all right? If you lock your knees, all that. Okay, so we had 2 practices. We're going to put our weights, we're going to grab them, and we're going to put them over here, and we're going to go to heavy. So whatever you consider heavy for you, then you're going to pull that up, okay? You're going to pull up something that's going to be challenging. It could be 2 pounds heavier, or let's say you were doing good just doing the move with a light weight. Fine. Continue with the light weight. So, first of all, I'm going to go wide with my stance. See that? Not wide, just wider than shoulder. Why? Because if you've been with me doing these workouts, when you go down to a full squat, many people round their back. Why? Because they try to use what they think is stronger muscles. and they just haven't learned how to lift properly. So what do I have? I have 20 and 20. So I've got 40 pounds, okay? So I have to be careful. So I'm going to go push. See that? Pushing my butt back, keep my chin tucked. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. I'm going to put them right there. And then I'm going to pull into the heels and come up. Squeeze my butt. Drop my shoulders. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Push your butt back. Tuck your chin. Right down here. Push back into the heels. You notice I did not bend my elbows. I'm not doing this for my arms. I'm doing this for my frame, for my quads, for my gluteals, and for my back. That's what I'm doing this for. Breath. Heels. Whoa. In through the nose, out through the mouth. See? Heels, step wide, tuck. Here's my caution to you. If you picked up a pretty good weight, do not drop your head lower than your butt. Everybody does it. Go into the heels and drop your butt. And then push through the heels. Squeeze your rear end. Then come back down. And they fit right over the toes, see? Okay, into the nose. Push out through the mouth. And you're into the heels. Here we go, heels. Drop your butt, not your head. Drop your butt, not your head. Ah. Big breath. Drop your butt. Heels. Yes, just one more. Here we go. Real squeeze there. Okay, I promised you that we would do a carry with heavy weights. It's now because I have them on both sides. So pretend that you have a big old bucket of water or soil or rocks, okay? And when you back up and you have 20 pounds or heavy, whatever your heavy is, on either hand, if you lose your balance when you're backing up, because the reason many times when you're backing up is you don't lift your heel and you catch your heel. Okay, well, when you have this much weight in either hand, you can't like catch yourself. You're going down. Okay, so I am giving you this as a precaution. That's number one. The number two precaution is you would think, you know, oh yeah, well, everybody knows that. Turn your whole body, glance with your eyes, don't lean out. Turn your whole body, dart your eyes down. Just make sure a cat or a dog or a kid didn't come over in your pathway while you were backing up. Okay, one or two more passes. See, keep your shoulders down. So these 20 pounds are hanging at my fingertips right now. Okay? Breath, breath. Keep your knees soft. Breath, 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 breath. Then I'm going to go across. Then I'm going to come back. And again, this is pretty heavy. Drop your shoulders, rib cage up. In through the nose, out through the mouth. So why is this right here so important to do? It seems like too simple. Drop your shoulders again. I'm letting my weights just hang at my fingertips because you are needing to weight shift in order to cross your midline. Okay? Then to pull out of that, I have to manage the weight load that I'm carrying, right? So this is kind of a significant thing. Then I'm going to go wide and go wide, okay? I'm going to come back in and come back in. Now I'm going to ambulate. That means move with my step. See how I went up to the side, and then I come up to the side. So it's like a saunter. You come in and then out. Now pick your heels up. Heels up, walk back, walk back, walk back. So I'm still hanging on to these very heavy weights, right? They're hanging off my fingers. Now I'm going to go wide. I'm going to bring the knee in, tap, and then out. I'm going to bring the knee in, tap, and out. Bring the knee in, tap, and out. And then heels up, heels up, heels up, heels up, heels up. Breath. I'm going to bring my knees over, rack them. Okay. But I'm not done with them. So now I'm going to lighten up to a medium weight. Okay, so I lightened up to a medium weight. And I'm going to put them right here in front of my chair. Right here. So I'm going to go sit down. See? Got my weights right there on either side. Now you open those hands. Okay, pull that hand back, pull that hand back. Yeah, shake out, shake out, shake out. Let me see where we're at. We're doing good. So, one of you, we were talking after the class on Friday, and everybody was like, yes, we want to come on so you can really beat us up, Jeannie. And I said, well, we call that a butt whooping down in Arkansas. So, well, we don't say butt, but anyway, I digress. Anyway, you tuned in here for a butt whipping. We're going to finish it right now. So here I am. Okay. So see how I corrected? See that? I went wide with my feet. Drop my shoulders. Tighten my tummy. Do hip hinge. Push into your heel. Act like you're going to stand up, but then you don't. See? Woo! See that? This is a funny little move, but let me tell you, if you master this move and you have, you're wanting to strengthen, everybody says they want to strengthen their knees, but what they really want to do is strengthen the muscles surrounding their knee. This is one of the moves. So we're going to do it with weights here in just a minute, but I want you to push into your heels as you lean in, keep your chin tucked. You don't come all the way up, you come back down, okay? Don't get comfortable, okay? Boom, and back, okay? Heels and back. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. See, it's a quick move because you're not moving your feet. You're pushing into the heels, right? So here I am, hip hinge, heels, back. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Hi, Mac. Mac says he wants to do it, but I can't find little weights for him. Go lay down and come back. He's just a ham. He wants to be on camera. He's got his tuxedo on, you notice? Here we go. Heels and back. Sorry. Heels and back. Okay, if you got it, now pick up that medium weight that I had you put right there. I know. So you can do this one of two ways. You can either hang on to it out here, or you can hang on to it in here. It's up to you. Whatever is more comfortable. I like it here. Okay? So I'm going to go heels. Ooh, back down. Into the nose, out through the mouth. Heels. 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 Into the nose. Heels. Heels. Two more. One more. Okay. Now, if you stayed with me on all those and you were being aware of your movement, at the end, the last couple, I'll bet you some of you buckled your knee into the middle. So we're going to go slow now. In through the nose, out through the mouth. I'm going to have it right here. Okay. I'm going to push into my heels, and I'm going to hold right there, and I'm going to take a look at my knees. And if I caved and came in, even on one of them, I do not want to do that, okay? You keep those knees tracking right over pretty much your midfoot and your ankle. Okay, back to the arm time. All right, we did some front of the arm, a little bit in the back. This should be a medium weight for you. Are you ready? So I'm right here. And I'm going to come right here. I'm going to go push. As I open at the hip, I'm going to go push back. As I open at the hip, push back. Okay? Push back. Now stay down if you can. Push back. All you're doing is bending at the elbow, and then all you're doing is straightening. You're not doing lifts or anything. Keep your shoulders down and push. Shoulders down. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Keep your rib cage up. Just do a couple more, just a couple more. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Okay. One more. And put them down. Woo! Bring your shoulder down and across. Okay? Shoulders down and across. Okay? Take a big deep breath. Yes. Yes, I have my little pad here because I want to really work with your arms. Okay. Now I'm going to take one weight. One. I'm going to take one of these medium weights right here. See that? And I'm going to lean in and I'm going to stand. So make sure you have a wide stance. Okay. With your feet. Here we go. Hip hinge. Don't jump. Do not jump. Drop your chin in through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Okay, here we go. Heels, heels, heels. Okay, lace those fingers. Are you ready? You're going to go serve your weight. Then you're going to go turn, serve, middle serve, turn, serve. What am I not going to do on this one? In through the nose, out through the mouth. I am not going to lean in. I'm staying back here. This is arms. This is core. Do not lean from your waist. Stay into your feet, into all four corners, but especially your heels. A little bit of a bend in the knee. I'm going to the side, forward, side, forward, side, forward, side. Yeah, I'm doing it with you. I'm doing it with you. Stay with me. Rib cage up, shoulders down, in through the nose, out through the mouth, and bring it back down. Now I have my fingers laced, and I'm acting like I'm just throwing, like I'm chopping wood. So I'm going to use the move that I just did, and I'm going to chop wood. Bring it up to one shoulder, push the hip hinge back, and bring it down. Boom. Breath. Da. Breath. When you start bringing that axe down, go into your heels. Okay? Don't do this fast. And don't take your head lower than your shoulders. You got to be careful with this move. It's a great move, but I don't want your head going down. Rah. Breath. Push your hips back. Yes. Push your hips back. Yes. One more. This is big time core. So what you're doing is cross chopping with whatever weight you chose. So there's a reason why chopping wood Such a good training move to chop wood. It's excellent. Okay, put your weights down. Split stance. And we do our pendulum with a split stance. We're cooling down. Check out your shoulders. Check out your lower back. Check out your upper back, your knees, your hips. Everything should be running real smooth right now. Okay, keep your chin tucked. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Shake out. Ooh. And you should have gotten a very good workout. Okay, I'm going to take off the recording and